Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, we're off for more Pikmin Squared's challenge mode, and for some reason it's taking me all the way back. I guess when I reboot the game, that's kind of a thing there. Last time we did the Bounty of Grub. I could have got some food back near the end, but you know what? It's fine, I got what I wanted done. We drained the water of the main area, and I was able to get a Pearly Clamp into the red onion because it was literally right next to it. Since the start, it was the last thing that we did. we brought it full circle, quite literally. But today we're in the Cavern of Candy, and this one could be a little bit of a manic scramble. If you remember with Olimer's Forest Naval, there's actually no enemies other than that bread bug. Look where we start this time. All the onions are next to each other, but they're tiered around, well, where the lake used to be. In fact, no Pikmin can help out with the blue onion because it's submerged in the water. But we do start off with whites, which is interesting. So even the challenge mode does involve some Pikmin 2 elements, as we saw with the purple Pikmin in the last episode. It's not just a randomizer thing. And none of them made it up there. Interesting. Okay, just bounced off the wall. What are we doing, guys? Let's actually start the day off properly. Great stuff. We've got blues here already. I'm going to do this. Hopefully they'll all take it to the red onion because it's right there. At least getting to the yellow onion's not much of a pain. Oh, we've got purples here as well, actually. Operation. So we're just going to start at base once again just to get things started. Gonna dismiss here. I just want everybody else other than the reds and blues. So I can use the purples to our advantage. Plus, these whites are already flowered, so let's get the nectar going. Okay, I was not tossing you guys over there. I was trying to pluck the Pikmin, actually. Hopefully they'll split up. They did not, but that's fine. They went to the yellow onion. That is all I care about. Get a purple up there. There we are. Awesome sauce. And we're already on a roll. Now, there's some watery blowhogs over there, where the anode beetles were in the main story for Louie's quest. So we'll be dealing with that in just a bit. In fact, I'm just going to pluck the rest of these. Right. Let's come down here. Let's Oh, whoa! Good thing I turned the camera at that very moment. That made me panic. Purples, please. Pikmin! You are not eating my Pikmin, you son of a bitch. Right, we have Bulbmin. That's a good start. Right, who do I want that to go to? I'd say blues. That's a... Right, hang on. Hang on a minute. Right, let's get Bulbmin. Let's get our blues. At least now we have a little bit of extra blues to work with. There we are. That'll definitely go to the blues now. So, yeah, I do need only blues, but at least I've got Bulbmin to offset the difference. And there's a lot of blue pellets here, including a big one up there. So, yeah, once again, blues are kind of the main fighting force for this level. Which is going to be the same for the next... Well, not really for the next level as well, being the Giant's Dessert. But we can actually drain the water here. Actually, can you do that? I don't know. For some reason that Pikmin was having a bit of trouble even doing that. So we could do that, and they can also get up and start working on that wall. In fact, I should probably get the rest of my Pikmin to work on that, now I think about it. So let's go do that real quick. It's been a little bit of a while since I've played this, but we're not doing too bad at the moment. In fact, these are half maxed out in power already, so we'll just pluck them out now. I'm just going to put everybody on that wall while I'm dealing with the rest of the blue food. In fact, if I bring my Pikmin around, I can nectarize. Especially with the purples, that's kind of a good idea. There we go. Oh, okay, so they got rid of the water there, so they won't drown anymore now. I can skip that cutscene as well by pressing start. Or plus, whatever controller you're using. The sandwich button. Like modern Xbox. I don't need you guys working on that. I will call you guys so I can go get this 10 pellet. Which, ironically enough, I could use purples to pick up now, but not much of an issue. There we are. Pluck these guys out of the ground. And we're only up to a quarter of the day so far. We've already got 74 Pikmin to work with. That's not too bad at all, honestly. The Bulbmin sounds so weird. Meep, 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 meep. Okay, I think that actually made it take longer because they were grabbing it. But that is a load of blue Pikmin that's going to come out of that onion. Yeah, the only one around here that gives you a tenner. I'm going to leave those planted for now, though, because we've got a decent amount of Pikmin here. How do I... Wait, what? How do I get out of here? I'll pluck them out now, then, since I'm here. God damn it. Oh, yeah, I was going toward the wall. I wasn't going toward the slope. I was at the bottom of it. But they just knocked down the wall, so I guess that wasted a little bit of time. A lot of guys is here for traversal as well, so honestly, the onions being a little bit split up here isn't a problem. In fact, I've yet to check the map here. So we've just knocked down this wall, which, by the way, is not marked on the map. So that's probably a reason why the maps weren't available in vanilla challenge mode on official versions of Pikmin 1, because there could be some terrain differences in terms of the walls, and they're not represented on the map. But at the same time, it once again does show you where all of the pellets are, including 2 on this island here. Don't know if there's anything up here or not. Maybe there's a pearly clamp. I don't know. But we're making our way, so... We need bombs for that, but there's also fire here, so I'm going to toss a couple of Pikmin over here. Don't ting the wall, why don't you? Let's dismiss my Pikmin here. Let's get the reds. And, well, I would like Bulbmin as well, but they've kind of mingled with the whites. Okay, the yellows. Everyone just decided, you know what? I'm going to do whatever I want. Great stuff. So let's come down here. Whoa! I landed on that one. Can I please just get into an area where I can dismiss my Pikmin, please? There we go. Bulbmin are the wild cards, which is quite awesome. I didn't want to leave my Pikmin down there, ideally, but it just wouldn't let me do what I wanted to do, so whatever. Although I will be giving some nectar to the Bulbmin here. And get rid of the rest of those rocks so it's not a pain in the bottom. Right. We have a pearly clamp here, and unfortunately no bomb rocks. I forgot you were here, and I'm not dealing with you. We'll just hit the nuclei here, call them back. Right, one more round, and that will knock it out, and then we can get this out. Toothpaste. Guys. Don't know how that didn't get knocked out. That should have been easily knocked out. There we are. Right. No! Here we go again. Pikmin 2 Kaizo rubbish. Dudes! What are you doing? Alright, swarm it. Because you're clearly not going to grab it otherwise. Yeah, that was some Pikmin 2 Kaiser rubbish. I'm tossing them onto the food, and yet they're grabbing everything but the food. As in, the enemy. Like, I don't need you to do that. Bloody hell. Well, at least I remedied that situation. So that's an immediate 50 right there, and that's going to the reds, which is probably a good thing. I don't have that many reds, but I don't have that many yellows either, but... They're not the problem at the moment. Got a lot of leaves here, actually. Let's nectarize them. Yeah, it's not worth fighting the raging long legs. For some reason, I kept calling it the Titan Dweevil for some reason. Or the man at legs. Not too sure why I always made that mistake, but... I've corrected myself. Well, we've got 100 Pikmin in the field now, and it's only taken us a third of the day. That should have been a little bit quicker, but we can actually leave base now and just grab food. So I've plucked everything that I need. 134 total. Right, let's get out of here and let's start taking out some of these watery blowhogs. Oh, there's a... You know what? Because I can't get the food back if they're grabbing this, but honestly, I don't really want them... That's not water, is it? Okay, that's cool. I'm just tossing enough Pikmin so once they knock it out, they can pick it up immediately. So that means they can die, and then they can also be brought back immediately without any risk of being damaged. That was close. I don't think there's anything up here. Yeah, there is, actually. Does that change colour? That does not change colour. Alright. Well, I don't have the blues, but I do have the Bulbmin. So if I just grab... They're getting pretty close. So if I were to toss these guys here... Oh, they're actually going for it. Well, some of them did. If I just do that... I think they'll grab that. If not, I'm going to toss purple up there just for general purposes as well. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, and then the rest of them will grab that. And these two should fall. Food is being brought back, which is amazing. I want purples to take care of you quickly, or at least stun you. There we are. So now you're not an issue either. Nice. Let's let the yellows have some food here, because we don't actually have much going for the yellows at the moment. One remaining red there. In fact, I've got the radar, so... Yeah, we've just cleared this area out, and all the food is now going back. That is amazing. Purples, stun you. There we are, and then everyone can bundle you and immediately knock you out. Happy days. Get the yellows again. Purples. Yellows again. Just so I have an even spread in case if I need to get some out of the onion, which I don't believe I need to. But now I can basically come back to base, nectarize the last of my reds, because we didn't do a lot of travelling there. Just over half the day, and we are bringing tons of food back to the bases right now. Including the 10 blue pellet, which means we'll get a little bit extra. Because you always want to match the pellets with the correct coloured onion. Right, so you guys bring that in. All this food going back to the blues. It seems a bit much, I know, but we don't really need to worry about that too much. I should have probably got those bomb rocks to blow open that wall. So let me go do that real quick while we've got my yellows back. In fact, there's some pellets up there. I think I might want to just keep the bomb rocks on me for now. At least if I bump into some walls I actually do want to get rid of properly. Grab all them. Yeah, there's none around the Coca-Cola can. Alright, let's go pipe up the crew. Let's see what we want to do from there. 204. Not doing too bad. It's only halfway. And again, I'm not dealing with the Raging Long Legs, because that's just silly. Look at all these Pikmin just underneath the blue onions. Crazy. Oh. Bring it around town. So yeah, we've got a decent amount of time limit on this level as well. So you don't really have to panic too much. Just making sure everybody's with me. I hear a snoozing beastie boy. I don't see him. Purples, please. Yeah, I probably should get rid of this one. Please be only 3 bomb rocks. It's going to be 6. That's going to be 5. That'd be a bit weird. Just bring that to the blues, because why not? I need to take care of these Dweevils anyway, because if I don't, they're going to pick stuff up and basically stop it from going back to base. So I need to take care of them regardless. You know what, let's get some reds in these. Reds? There we are. Just to get rid of them. Out of the way. It's just extra food anyway, why would I not? I missed. Oh, I missed him. I like how they land on him, but they'll stun him, but they don't actually land on him. Alright, there's an orange Bulborb there. He will wake up. I'm going down here just to grab these. Oh, look at that. All colour-coded. How cool is that? Okay, he's gone down the ledge. I'll deal with him in a second. Oh, he actually did land on him. I was about to say, he got hit like 3 extra times there and did not react. He can't grab the pellet again. There we go. I was trying to kill him there, but for some reason they just weren't hitting him. Alright, well, we got all that done. That's even more food right there, so we can't complain about that too much. Just need to get back up there, but now we've got, like, no time left, effectively. For some reason, our time just went a lot... Okay, he's still in there. I was thinking for a second, did he leave? Hopefully not. Yeah, that took a little bit longer than I thought, honestly. So I'm going to use the last of these bomb rocks. In fact, dismiss. Nope, wrong button. I fat fingered it again. There we are. You're dead. Purples. Where's my purples? Okay, I don't have any purples on me, apparently. I was about to say, like, let's not do that, please. Let's just grab that. Snowy. I'm just trying to get as much food as possible at the moment. Don't you dare! Okay, and then you die. Why are you guys not grabbing it? There we go. You know what? You've all got 1 pellets. That's fine. Why did... Okay, I called the blue back, and the 2 bulbmin I had on me just decided, you know what? I'm not going to move. So I haven't got a lot to say at the moment, because I'm just trying to go quick. Oh, wow, got a blue pellet out of that, and they were taking it to the blues, and I wasn't paying attention. You son of a bitch! Alright, that's not happening. I'm not bothering fighting any of them, but at least he picked that up and not the, you know, the more important one. Oh, that one's in the water as well, and I don't have enough. I think that's going to be... Dude, really? Okay, that food's a lost cause as well. Yeah, this didn't go as well as I hoped. At least I cleared out everything down below there. That's a very awkward pearly clamp to get. That's why I'm not bothering with that. There's a couple more pellets in the water that I couldn't really get. Guess I could try and be a bit cheeky here. And he walked away from it. Yep, okay. Well, try to be cheeky, didn't help. Let's just get that back to base as quickly as we can, because you're dead, and for some reason I never picked up your corpse. That just went in. Yeah, so that's basically it, really. I don't really have much else to suggest in this level. That's basically what I do. I don't know what the Raging Longlegs gives, but if it's just going to be a couple of 5 pellets, it's probably not going to be worth. Also, it gets really dark at this point in the game, for this level at least. Don't know why I'm doing that. This is the end of the day. But yeah, the start, you pretty much pick up a lot of your Pikmin, and then afterwards, it's kind of like widespread. I can whistle them, it's fine. You don't lose any to end of day. Not in challenge mode, so it's fine. But I think we got all the food back in. Yeah, there we are. So this time we didn't actually miss out on any food, and most of the pellets around here are just 1 pellets. Little Dweevils that will stop you from getting the big food. I didn't get one of the corpses of the Bulborbs, but yeah, those 2 were like 5s in... Well, actually, no, that one's a 1. That's That's a 5 in water. And unless you really want to go long to the very opposite side of the level and take the longest possible, I think they're only like 5s and 10s. Honestly, not worth it for the distance you got to take. So making your way back to normal base is probably the better idea. So that's my score. Feel free to beat it if you want. I like how we can't even see the yellow onion on the left there. But yeah, you start with yellows and purples, and that's all you have. And if you get the Bulbmin to just come to base like what happened to me, that actually worked out really well. I just kind of derped a little bit there. 281. I thought I had 279. That's fine. But there we are. That is the Cavern of Candy. So next time we'll be entering the Giant's Dessert. See you guys then.